Salakia. I always be getting phone calls interrupting lessons. I need to keep remembering to put on Do Not Disturb before I start recording, man. But to get back into it. All right, this part 2. All right, verse. Verse 7 again says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes, and in diverse places." All right, we just covered all that in the first part. It says, "All these are the beginning of sorrows." All right, this is the beginning. All right, of the end. All right, and this chapter goes into 70 AD too, and it also goes into us getting delivered up, as you see right here in verse 9. But I was gonna go into Sri Lanka real quick, because it's collapsing. All right, and that's also gonna be a sign of America's collapse. All right, this is it says Colombo. Sri Lanka Prime Minister says that the nation's economy has collapsed. All right, you see people right there with empty gallons, which probably need to be filled up with water. All right. It says, matter of fact, what it say? Oh no, they buying kerosene. All right. It says women wait in line to buy kerosene. All right, kerosene is like a I know you burn it. All right, you probably burning it for heat, but it's probably warm over there, so you're probably burning it for shit. I don't even know. I mean, but But it says Sri Lanka's debt-laden economy has collapsed after months of shortages of food. All right, we just went into that. Matter of fact, let me go to second Esdras, because this is part of the beginning of sorrows, man. 6:18. It says, and it is said, "Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and visit them that dwell upon the earth." All right, and that's the Lord. This is the Lord drawing nigh right here. All right, to the people that's dwelling. That's everybody, the whole inhabitants. All right. It says after months of shortages of food. All right, it's been a shortage for food, fuel, and electricity, and that's what's about to come to America, man. The Prime Minister told lawmakers Wednesday in the comments that underscore the country's dire situation as it seeks help from international lenders. All right, so they're seeking I can't think of help. They looking for help. It says Raniel Wickrem, I can't pronounce his man's name, told Parliament the South Asian nation faces a far more serious situation than the shortages alone, and he warned of a possible fall to rock bottom. Our economy has collapsed, as he said. All right. The crisis of the island of 22 million is considered its worst in recent memory, but I can't pronounce that word, did not city any specific new developments. His comments appeared to intend and emphasize to critics and opposition lawmakers and as that he has inherited difficult tasks that cannot be fixed quickly. All right. So when there's food shortages and there's gas shortages and there's no electricity, people, these are things people have been used to for the past 50 plus or more years. When I say that, I ain't really talking about, because back then that type of stuff was like what's that word? So like, bear with me. Basically, A lot of people ain't have cars back then. A lot of people ain't have refrigerators back then. A lot of people ain't have electricity back then, you know. But now everybody has that, all right? But now since everybody has that, everybody's used to it because before the end, everybody wasn't used to having that, so it was cool. You know, you had bikes. You know, some people bought their food or cooked their food as because you have people have farms. You know, everything I mean had a everybody had their own little way back then, but now everybody has the same thing as far as necessities and how to use it, and it's being used. All right. Saying that to say this is second Ezra's. I think 16 and 21. It says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good and cheap upon the earth." And 4 years ago, yeah, it was. It says that they should think themselves to be in good cases. You know, bags of chips was 3 for $1 probably back then. You know, now inflation is hitting. You got chips about to start hitting $1. You know, it's already 2 for $1. You know, it says, and then you got gas, which was 2 something, jumping up to $5. And the man want to put a national federal tax. He want to take the tax off the gas, which is only 18 cents, which still don't do nothing. Talking about it's gonna make room for people. That $10 ain't gonna do nothing but pay a Netflix bill, man. You know. And then you got food, and what we just read in the part 1 of the video, you got all them processing plants catching mysterious fires and closing down. All right. So these victuals is inflation is starting. The dollar is collapsing on top of all that. You know, which is really causing a lot of this. All right. Which is going to bump to the New World's orders, tiny tech, which was with the blockchain, which is with the digital currency. All right. It says that they shall think themselves to be in good cases, which everybody thought they was. All right. It says, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth. All right. Because the victuals ain't being so good no more. All right. Everything is soon about to hike up to where you not gonna be able to afford it or even afford to go to work, which is gonna cause martial law. All right. It says grow upon the earth sword. All right. Famine, which we just went into, and great confusion. All right. It says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. All right. And that's what it's coming down to. You can really see it if you looking at it. Just you got a lot of people that still relying on these food stamps, and they just wondering like, oh well, damn, that's a little high this time. Like the bag of chicken probably $1 more, but in the next couple weeks to a month, that shit gonna double or triple in its price. And then once they go to the grocery store, they gonna notice that they only got about a quarter of food what they used to got, man. What they used to could get with them food stamps, all right? It says, for many of them shall dwell upon the earth, shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. All right, because you're going to have people going to be, it's really going to be the missiles, all right, at the end of the day, but then you're going to have the sword of the Lord, which is also Esau, all right, and then you're going to have people just, what's that, right here. Matthew, back in Matthew, Salaki. Matthew 24 and 12, and because of iniquity, all right, shall abound, all right, because you're going to have brothers, and I'm going to blur and I'll pull that scripture, entering the house with the sword, man, killing each other for bread, all right. It says and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many is going to wax cold. And you're going to have the scriptures talk about how your friends going to enter in your house and take your bread. All right, let me see if I can find that. I think it's Second Ezra 15. This is Second Ezra, chapter 15. I'll start at 14. It says, "Woe, which means destruction to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh." We could just read it, 2 Ezra 6:18, man. The Lord's drawing on to this place. It says, "And one people shall stand and fight another people, will stand against another, and the swords in their hands." Civil war, martial law. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another." All right, that's what's about to start happening in Sri Lanka, man. You know, if it ain't no food for that family, a man ain't gonna sit there. A normal man that's not, God about the Lord is not gonna sit there and let his family just starve. You know, they gonna try to get it by any means necessary. All right. It says, "They shall not regard their kings nor their princes." All right. You're gonna have people saying, "Oh, stay in the house, this and that. We'll bring food, and food ain't came in 2 days." They ain't about to hear that shit. You know, and the same goes for America. All right. That's about to happen here soon too, man, Lord willing. All right. It says, "In the course of their actions shall stand in their power." They're gonna take the power in their own hand. It says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." Man, they're gonna have them, what you call those roadblock check things, man. All right. It says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." All right. Verse 19, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor." All right, that man that you done wave into every time you take out the garbage or cut your grass, or you just sitting on your porch. You know, you got these Babylonians smoking a cigarette, sitting on their porch having a drink, or them coming over and having a drink with you, or you going to their house, sitting in their backyard having a bonfire, whatever the fuck y'all be doing. All right, it says, "But a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor." He's not gonna have no pity on you. So don't let them see that you've been having storing canned goods in your garage or in your house, or you've been telling them like years ago you've been prepping. He know what you've been doing, all right. And and don't think for a second he won't try to play cool until you get at the house and bust you over inside your head, man. All right. It says, "But shall destroy their houses with the sword." Man, that man gonna come kick your door in, shoot your ass, take your shit, and take it to his family on some Neanderthal shit, man. Instead of trusting in the Lord. All right, it says, "And spoil their goods," which we was just talking about, gonna take their shit because of the lack of bread, because of this famine. All right, when people ain't got no food, man, a lot of people been relying on food their whole life and really haven't had a shortage of it, really haven't been going hungry. See, America, is a lot of people is obese over here. So when that happened, after that third day of not eating, first it's gonna be the stores and the supermarkets, and then these fast food chains. Then it's gonna, because that's when everybody gonna team up and do all that. But then you gonna have, then that's when it's gonna go to, friends gonna turn on each other, all right, for the lack of bread, all right. It says, "And for great tribulation," all right, and that's what's gonna happen, all right, because when that EMP hit, you know, that's gonna cause a whole blackout, and it's a show that just been going on, a movie was going on, the America Blackout, that's gonna show you what's exactly going, but it's gonna be about 1,000 times worse, but it's just a good idea of what's about to come, all right. But this is Isaiah. The Lord is drawing nigh to this place, man. This kingdom is about to be over with, man. 2 Samuel 23:3 says the ruler of the people got to be just, all right? And the Lord is about to set up one which is profitable, which is our Lord, Lord of Lord, King of Kings, Yahweh Shai, all right? Which is going to set this whole universe in order, starting with this planet right here, all right? Well, which the universe is already in order. We don't know what's going on outside this planet, but we know this planet got to be get put back in order. But Isaiah 3:1, "For behold, the Lord the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah of hosts, doeth take away Jerusalem, and from Judah, the staff, the whole stay of bread. Which, let me go to that in the blue letter, because like I said, Isaiah 14. Well, I mean Isaiah. Oh no, First Peter's 4. I believe 1:17, 1:14. I just quoted it. Judgment. Let me see. Let's read this. I think it's 4:17. 4:17. It says, "For the times come that judgment must begin at the house of power, which is Israel, and it first began. And if it first began at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua," which is really the 2/3. All right. But then it trickles down to the heathen nation because they all got to go through this. All right. Because they all took on, one in the acts of the Bible, but, they got to receive the judgment too. Especially because they touched the apples of the Most High. I mean, the apple of the eye of the Lord, man. But where was I at? Oh, Isaiah. So like, we about to close out soon. Isaiah 3:1. For behold, the Lord of hosts, for behold, the Lord Yahweh of hosts, which means army, doeth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay of staff. All right, let's go into that. Let's see what the stay is. All right. The stay is a support. All right. The support of food. These companies that the Lord been having burned up, man. And you got a lot of these. Once the EMP hit, a lot of that water company, like the main water in the cities, all that is through electricity too, man. It turns and how the water pushed out by force through them electronic pumps and filters and stuff like that, man. Once that happen, that shit gonna be off too, man. The Lord is not playing. All right, this is Leviticus. Just gonna run through some quick famine scripts and then we're gonna close out. Leviticus 26. At 26 it says, no, I started 25, and I will bring a sword upon you that shall avenge my quarrel of my covenant. All right, the Lord gonna send Esau. All right, it says, and when you are gathered together within your cities, I will send pestilence. What we just went through too in Matthew 24. It says, among you, and you should be delivered into the hand of the enemy, which is gonna be these FEMA camps, man. All right, when you be gathered up, man. It says, and when I have broken the staff of your bread, which is to stay your bread, your support. All right, 10 women shall bake your bread in one oven, and they shall deliver you bread again by weight, and you shall eat and not be satisfied. All right, a weight meaning a ration. All right, a portion. All right, and you ain't gonna be satisfied. Your ass still gonna be hungry, man. You're gonna start losing weight by the day. All right. This is, I believe, Amos chapter 4. And verse 10. Is that what? I have to Google the scripture right quick. We're gonna close out with this one. verse 6. I was close. This is Amos chapter 4 and verse 6. It says, and I also have given you cleanness of teeth in your cities. All right, which cleanness of teeth, that's going to you not eating. All right, because once you eat, that's when food build up on your teeth. It says in all your cities and want of bread in all your places. And this goes for this whole country, man. It says, yet have ye not returned unto me, said the Lord Yahbashim Yahushua. All right, and that's just every time Israel go off, man. The Lord is gonna trouble you. All right, but this is that last. That's why the Lord said, why should you be stricken anymore? You just gonna keep on revolting, man. So he left us here, and this is really, the elect being cleansed and purged right now, man. So, so Lord willing, we be a part of that number, be brought back and to the marriage. All right, being brought back a pure virgin for the Lord. I got one more. Ezekiel 4:16. It says, moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight, like we just said, and with care. All right, you're going to waste not a crumb. All right, and they shall drink water by measure and be astonishment. And with an astonishment, meaning you might be drinking caps, man, in the morning, a cap for lunch, and a pop cap at night, man. And you'll still be astonished, like, God damn, throat dry as fuck, tongue, white, People ain't ready for this, man. But Lord willing, we be through the spirit, all right? But let me go to Revelations. 6. Yeah, Revelation 6 and 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. And his Revelation 6 and 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death. All right, because that's what's about to come, man. All right, the Lord is drawn nigh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many, scriptures say. All right, it says, and hell followed with him, all right, which is the grave, all right, and more of a worse state of condition that a man could be in. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, which is America, all right, to kill with the sword, all right, and with hunger, all right, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth, all right. The Lord got beasts of the earth that's about to kill you. The sword is about to kill you. Famine is about to kill you, all right, which is righteous judgment, all right, for the acts of all these souls who committed wickedness in his sight, all right. Jeremiah. I'm going to close out with Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 15, start at 1. It says, then said the Lord Yahbashim Yahushua unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, which is righteous man, yet my mind could not be towards this people, because these people is wicked, man. Scriptures say they wickedness have exceeded the wicked. All right. It says, cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. All right. So y'all people got to go forth to not even to a place, but to a judgment. All right. It says, and it shall come to pass if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? And it's about to be people in the spirit talking about some damn what we about to do. All right. What's about to happen? All right. It says, then shalt thou tell them, which the Lord has been uttering this voice, all right, for many years now, man. And this is the end of the outcome for the people who didn't hearken, all right? It says, then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, Yahbashim Yahushua, not us, thus saith the Lord, Yahbashim Yahushua, such As for death, to death, as such are for the sword, to the sword, and such as for the famine, to the famine, and such as for captivity, to the captivity, which the captivity goes into these FEMA camps, man, at the end of the day. All right. And we touched on all these subjects of what's about to happen, man. So the ball is in y'all court to, listen, because the doors of mercy is closing, man. All right, man. But, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Bahashem, or Hakwadash. Lord willing, this was edifying to the Lord's elect. Until next time, Shalom.